Hey, what's up, y'all? Today I'm about to react to this video by Omizi. It's titled "The EDP Documentary Missed the Entire Point." Oh, it dropped already? I definitely am not watching it because I'm just not interested in his story. I think, yeah, he's just gross to look at. So I'm going to personally pass. But yeah, we're going to hear Omizi break all this down. And I've seen, people make comments about this doc and being like, why do y'all keep giving him attention? And well, this is crazy to react to this and even pay him any mind. And this is horrible. He's a horrible person. Like, well, that's the point of a documentary. That's the point, but he's saying that they missed the point, so apparently they didn't do it right. But a documentary, it exposes the story of terrible people. Those are the most popular ones. We watching docs about people, eating people and, raping kids and all type of weird shit. Like, that's literally the point of a documentary, is to cover terrible humans throughout history. He's one of them, so it fits, no? But yeah, apparently they didn't do it right. Let's hear why and what happened. Let's watch.
One of the biggest problems with the social media generation is that we think that everything, and I do mean everything, is content. From stuff that is fun, entertaining, and engaging to serious matters of heart, of relationships, stuff that deals with minors. If there's a way to profit off of it, somebody has probably told somebody to create content surrounding it. And that's exactly what people are saying about this latest documentary about former YouTuber EDP445. If you didn't know who EDP was, you would probably think, if you muted every time he said the word minor or every time he said something about schmecks, that he was just some outlandish and outrageous content creator. But you see, that's the exact problem with this documentary.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
This documentary, I realized just how unserious the whole EDP culture, documentary culture, and everything surrounding it has truly become.
See that right here, though? This is you have to watch out for, man. You got no little young ass high school mother, you know what I mean? I mean, let's be
what?
Like people, guys, they think about, of 10-year-olds, oh man, that walking down the street, she's in high school, she's hot as, you know what I mean? Now, mind you, my gets put out there.
But this phenomenon that we're facing of the prioritization of content as opposed
it fits so far. Like, documentaries are supposed to be shocking and really take you into the mind of this terrible person. Like, that's how he feels. So that they putting it in the doc.
The ethics behind making said content is getting totally out of hand to the point that even the creators are noting the fact that, hey, we're probably doing something wrong here.
I think there maybe could have been different results in this case if me and Gideon did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. That's a hard maybe though, and that way obviously there's no content there, so it's like,
And ultimately, it begs the question, why do we keep prioritizing the content over ethics? If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's going to go a long, long way for the channel. Be a part of the train early before we get to 200K and you're left out. Now, back into the video. Now, for those of you who don't know, and it'll become abundantly clear as we talk about this, but EDP is a successful or formerly successful YouTuber who grew a platform to 4 million subscribers before he started to solicit inappropriate acts from people who are underage. YouTube documentarian Mike Klum, who has also done other documentaries on failed YouTubers like Boogie, which you can watch my videos on that, decided he was going to take time and make a documentary about EDP. And quickly, and I do mean quickly into this documentary, you can tell that not only is EDP not remorseful of any of his actions, but also he's very giddy about some of these things.
Why do you think you wanted to have sex?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have a 10-year-old is already fucking clear.
This is not helping him. I'm sure, I am positive the authorities are watching this and they now watching him. So your internet, all that, they tracking you. Like they definitely keeping an eye on your dumb ass. So yes, please let him expose himself. I disagree with what Omizi is saying so far. I'm gonna let him get his shit off, obviously, but I think this is a good thing that he's exposing himself and putting this out there for people to see. People being the authorities and people who catch people like this and throw them in jail. Like, yes, please keep snitching on yourself, idiot.
Innocence away,
Is EDP 445 file? Yes, I believe he is.
You shut up.
I don't give a if you're a minor. I don't give a oh, well, she's just a girl. You can't be doing that. You gotta die. You don't give a
what?
how old she is. You just trying to get your fucking nut in.
And this is where the question marks surrounding the ethics behind this documentary start to come into play. Is there even any conversation about the victims of his actions? No. The whole thing was terribly, and I do mean terribly, unserious. It starts off by getting this dramatized version of EDP's whole life story, and they get these kids to play him and have this one black kid sit in like an Eagles hat, and it's a really, really hard and cringy watch. I mean, especially in the beginning of the documentary, the tone seems more to be comedic, and maybe it's because I have a sense of dark humor that I'm seeing these things, but ultimately it just seems that they're very, very unserious.
That's all about perspective, though. Maybe you're taking it to be unserious, but maybe he really did put his all into it, and he was trying to, you know, create something professional looking, but it just comes across cringy because maybe he's cringy. the dude who put the doc together, maybe he wasn't trying to make light of this. I can't see, you know, how that could be his intention in trying to make this into a joke, because this is obviously a serious situation. Like, this isn't a joke at all. Maybe EDP said that he's always liked the Eagles, so that's why he put him in Eagle shit. I don't think that's too outlandish. I don't understand.
EDP is describing the...
I mean, sure, you can look at it as, oh, this is kind of cringy, but I don't think it's like, oh, y'all making a joke of this. Like, I don't think you can automatically jump to that conclusion.
Initial, most viral encounter that really started to spiral his career. He's even saying what he's most regretful about is the fact that he did not bring his pew-pew to the situation.
But the main thing I feel like I regret that day is I didn't bring my Glock off the counter and I didn't shoot those motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
What? Not regretting the fact that you actively sought out somebody who was years old at the time? This documentary is basically Victory Lap the movie. Now, don't get me wrong. It's clear as day that this documentary has the purpose and a motive to show that EDP is a monster, just outright, in all facets. Not just the part about talking to the 13-year-olds, but also the way that he just goes about life. But ultimately, it's the tone that's being judged here. One that makes you really question, why does this even exist? In my opinion, the most unserious moment of this whole documentary is the very ending of it. They get these people from around the internet on which they ask, hey, do you have any advice for EDP? What would you tell him?
He's never gonna learn.
All you can really hope, the best advice you can give him is to be even stupider, and hopefully one day he lands himself in jail. Because
Hello.
that's the only thing
This
that
is
can fix him
helping
going to jail.
So if I had to give EDP advice, all things considered, I would say consider...
People won't remember him. What has he done to be memorable? Every day of the week.
There are a lot of words I can use to describe him, but if I had to pick just one, it's sick.
Dude has nothing in retirement. His assets are a joke. These are the finances of a mental child, let's be honest.
Please leave the kids alone, that's my message. Leave the kids alone, please.
And out of nowhere comes Adam 22 of all people saying that all of the people he would most want to sleep with, his wife and lease, and EDP is the last guy. Mind you, that's kind of insinuating that he would want EDP to actively sleep with his wife, just the last one. But ultimately,
They could left him out.
This isn't serious at all. There was also another moment that was totally...
Okay, the YouTubers made it unserious. Before that, I was like, all right, it can be taken either way, but they came with their unserious comments, but he can't really control what they're saying. It's no script. He asked them a question, and they're choosing to be unserious with their answers and be ridiculous. But why would you ask Adam 22 to come here, though? That you could have left him off of it. I'm sure he was asking people to be a part of this doc who have, you know, really covered EDP and, you know, got really popular from it. Well, they were already popular, but, you know, they really covered him when the situation was going on, so maybe that's why. But yeah, Adam could have stayed home.
Serious and showed how much of a goofball EDP is, where he unveils a list of people that he likes and a list of people that he hates. Among the list of people that he hates, naturally it is a lot of the YouTubers on the commentary side that ultimately would call him out for his actions and shenanigans, like a Moist Critical, who can still rip off about 1 million view video in half a day covering EDP. Yeah, sure, he doesn't like him because he makes EDP look bad, which, hey, brother, you should absolutely be looking bad. I'm going to contradict myself.
You make yourself look bad.
What is a little bit funny, maybe in an ironic way, is the list of people that he likes. It features the likes of like Andrew Tate and Sneeko, and to know that you're on a list of guys that EDP 445 likes has to really put a thorn in your side.
Is Flacco on here? Who's on here? No.
That list.
What, did he actually shout me out? Like, Sneeko, guy is cool as fuck. Sneeko, if you're watching this shit, come on out to Vegas, man. I'll treat you to some fucking tacos.
Okay, what is this list? It's
23 red pill. Where's EDP been? This is such a red pill. Ironically, I mean, we're in the Miami setup reacting to it, but he's trolling. He's clip farming. I know, he's clip farming.
And then there's the matter of his girlfriend.
I finally hit the jackpot, and I would like to introduce my beautiful girlfriend, Marissa.
Of course. This is exactly what I expected her to play.
The thing I really love about Marissa the most is that she's very thoughtful. She's always thinking about me. She's always trying to make sure that I'm okay. And not to mention, she's also very funny.
This music that they play. All right. I am backpedaling a little bit. They are being a little unserious, especially with this music. Do y'all hear the music they're playing? You sexy thing. Y'all are playing in niggas' faces right now.
Marissa, and I am Brian's girlfriend. So how is this? I think.
How is this? All right, yes, go to hell. I stand corrected. Okay, I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm only always going based on, what is shown to me. That's what I give my opinions on, because I'm never watching the entirety of anything I react to. I don't give a fuck that much. So I was going based on that, but I stand corrected. This is getting very unserious. I was wrong.
It's something.
Fuck out of here, you sexy thing.
It's a situation where.
Are they not fucking?
Yeah, I don't have anything positive to say about that. Now, the reality of the EDP experience over the past couple of years,
she won't touch me.
To him being at the forefront of content, and this will be a theme that I'll discuss a little bit later, is the fact that the only reason why we're here and he's not in jail is because the people that were tasked with or brought it upon themselves to capture him doing these things, soliciting these things, were more worried about prioritizing the content of it all, as opposed to the health, safety, and well-being of those that were in jeopardy by dealing with an EDP. Alex Rosen, famed catcher and Chud the Builder supporter, don't worry, we'll get to you in a second, buddy. He botched the first operation. Then Skeeter Jean and Gideon botched the second operation. Even fabled and legendary catcher Chris Hansen called all of it a clown show, the way that they proceeded to go about doing these things.
Oh, even Chris said that?
It's an embarrassing clown show. He says the same
I said that, Chris. I agree with you. I said the same thing. I didn't respect it or appreciate it. And of course, they're little fanboys. They're doing a good thing. No, they're not, you idiots.
The way this investigation, it's not really an investigation, but the way this was conducted makes it unprosecutable. And you've got Skeeter or Skeet or whatever his name is, who's clowning around.
So y'all thinking these people are actually doing a good thing? No, they're not, because these niggas don't even be going to jail sometimes. I know that they have, I guess, helped some people get arrested, but does that matter when they're also the cause of other horrible people not getting arrested as well? It kind of balances it out. And it's like you're only doing this for your own benefit. You're not actually doing this to help anyone.
Taking my lines, I suppose, and murdering them with a guy in a cupcake outfit. There's no serious attitude here. It's a clown show, and it resulted in nothing.
Now, because of the way that this was handled, ultimately EDP would evade jail time every single time, which was multiple, and he decided to solicit any action from anybody younger. But this is where it gets interesting, and I do mean interesting in a bad way, is that Skeeter Jean was tasked with being a part of this documentary. He was a part of the second sting operation that would have and should have landed EDP on some sort of registry and serving some sort of jail time. But even he can acknowledge that, hey, while we were doing this thing, it seems as though we prioritized the content more than the actual catch.
I think there possibly maybe could have been different results in this case if me and Gideon did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. That's a hard maybe, though.
This should be illegal.
Said catch, Gideon used a 15-year-old, a real one, as bait for EDP 445. Even though the 15-year-old kept saying that she felt uncomfortable during this situation, she was pushed and encouraged to make sure that this capture ultimately happened.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but I think I was mainly a victim. This is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of Gideon. I feel like for a long time I was his little puppet. I feel like I was his puppet because I was just kind of doing things he demanded me to do. I feel like I am a victim of Gideon because he encouraged me to keep talking to him. I told Gideon.
Yes, how do y'all not see how fucked up this situation is? All you Gideon fanboys are just as bad. Like, y'all are fucking sick and disgusting if you think this is acceptable. What the hell? He should be facing some charges for this. Why would you put a child in harm's way and expose her to talking to a real PDF? Like, what are we doing? Where are your parents, girl? I would sue the brakes off him, and try to get him charged with something. The fuck? He's terrible as well. Gideon is horrible.
Every single time that EDP would send me dick pics, But he would never tell me to like block him or anything.
And capture is a word that I'm using very loosely because even in the long and extended video that Gideon and Skeeter Jean would put out in which he would wear a cupcake during this confrontation, a little cupcake costume, EDP's in the video for about 3 minutes total. Now ultimately I do think that is disgusting, but a little bit later in that same exchange with Skeeter Jean and Chris Hansen, a question is kind of posed about the ethics surrounding this whole nature of content.
What's your opinion on Skeeter Jean?
I don't know Skeeter Jean. He reached out to me some time ago to collaborate, and it's not something I would ever do.
Why not?
Because I don't need to.
Because he's a clown.
I don't need to create a clown show with somebody who is merely seeking to get views and clicks and views on YouTube.
Exactly.
I have my own team, my own way of doing things that produces justice. The rest of these clowns, they're out there goofing around.
Oh, he ate them up. He ate them up. That is the best way to describe this bullshit that they doing. And y'all kids are so fucking stupid. The ones that support Gideon and think he's Jesus and he saving all the children from the PDFs. Y'all don't understand how this shit works. Like, they're not helping anything. They're only looking out for themselves. They only care about money. They're not trying to help anybody, actually. They're not trying to actually get these people put in jail. Even if they have, I don't know. Some people have said, I've seen people in comments, on like different platforms and whatnot claiming that, oh, they've helped to get people locked up. I don't know how true that is. I haven't digged into it myself. But even if that is the case, like I said, they are also helping some people get off. So it's like, are they really helping?
Yeah, it did definitely change my opinion on him a bit because I think he was a bit hypocritical with a statement that he made. He said that I was just doing this for clicks, views, and ad revenue, basically. I mean, are you telling me that he's not doing it for the same reasons?
And ultimately, it has to be one of the worst times in the world for Chris Hansen to be participating in this type of content, especially because he's standing on some soapbox while he has his own documentary coming out about him questioning pretty much the same things that he's blaming a Skeeter Jean for. And I'm not here to really play this game about who is the best catcher, who is using the police to bribe, all these different...
Okay, you can say that about him as well. That might very well be a part of why he was doing what he was doing, but clearly he was going about it the right way and he wasn't making it a clown show. It was taken very seriously. He wasn't dressed up in fucking costumes and making a spectacle of the situation. So you can argue that, sure, Chris as well wanted, claim and, he wanted money from it. I'm sure that probably was a part of it, but I would not compare him to Gideon and fucking Skeeter. It's not the same.
Things of that nature.
What is this called, Prime Time? I want to watch it.
The whole content idea in general. But I think that the question in and of itself is very, very valid. This is all for content. This is all for clicks and views. They're all doing it for the fame and the notoriety of it all. Even if it does do some good work attached to it, these people are dramatizing and hyping these things up in order to get the payover at the end of the day. I can't wait for that Chris Hansen documentary to come out because it will be very, very revealing. And of course, there are levels to these things. We've called out some of these types of content creators previously on these channels.
Oh, come on, September 25th.
Throw flour on people.
I might react to that on Patreon.
But ultimately, I do want to know from you guys, how do you feel about the nature of the catching genre? From the worst of the worst who throw bologna sandwiches at people or the Vitalities of the world, all the way up to a Chris Hansen.
I personally think it's a bit different what Chris was doing, and I think he was more respected, and he went about it through the proper avenues and was working with the police departments and whatnot. But we saw what Gideon was doing when it came to the police. He was being defiant, and he got arrested because he's not working with them at all. He on some bullshit and just worried about his views and content. So I don't think you can compare the two at all. But sure, if you want to compare the two and act like they're the same, sure. But yeah, I do think this doc did come across a little unserious based on what I'm seeing. Obviously, I can only go based on that. I'm not watching the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, at least he's exposing himself, and I'm sure that people are watching. And I hope that they eventually catch him and he gets thrown in jail. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.